Dear students, good morning, one and all. Welcome back to our course of inbound marketing. This is the lecture 3, which one we have to discuss about the get found in blog, Google, and the social media. So, as we discussed earlier, to be an effective inbound marketer, it's important you create lots of remarkable content. A great way to create lots of remarkable content is by starting a blog. So, blogging makes sense for many types of businesses for many reasons. First, a blog will establish your company as a thought leader in your market. Second, due to its dynamic nature and the face, uh, actually that fact, you are creating new content on a regular basis. Your blog will change your website from an online brochure to a living, breathing hub for your marketplace. Third, a blog gives your potential customers a way to engage with you versus being hit with a premature sales pitch. By conversing with your potential customers via your blog, you build trust over time, so that when you actually talk to them about your product and service offerings, they are prepared for your offering. Fourth one is a blog will dramatically improve your search engine rankings. A blog is a great way to create more pages on your site. Each article is a page, and the more pages Google has, the more your site shows up in the search engine result pages like a SERPs for dozens of keywords. And because the search engines like to see sites linking to one another, a blog helps your search engine results because other bloggers are far more likely to link to a remarkable blog article about your industry than to the products page on your website. The more inbound links pointing to your site, the more traffic comes your way, and the more Google views your site as an authoritative hub, and thus the higher your site goes in the SERPs. So, getting your blog started right. Many blogging platforms or tools exist to help you quickly set up a blog because whichever platform you choose. However, it's imperative that your blog not include the name of the platform, its URL. For example, www.blogger.com or .typepad.com or .wordpress.com, anything. But the problem with keeping the names of the platform in your URL is that you are building authority for Blogger, Typepad, or WordPress, not for your company. We recommend having your blog address or URL be yourcompany.com, because blogger.yourcompany.com take is called this a subdomain, because another option is to name your blog based on your topic rather than your business. You would then register a new domain for your blog and put your blog there. However, giving your blog its own separate domain can be a bit tough if your financial or staff resources are tight. As managing the second and separate brand can be a fair amount of work. You would also then be working on building a SEO authority for two domains. One thing you will want to do with your blog is ensure people can leave comments and that they can subscribe to your blog via RSS or email. Yes, many people do want to be alerted to new blog post via email. Next one is authoring effective articles. Now that you have set your blog up, let's get ranking. So to have a successful blog that people will look forward to reading, we recommend that you focus your blog post on your industry. If you are in the security software business, for example, we recommend you write about security software and not fall into the temptation of including articles about your weekend ski trip, your Red Sox and national membership, your kids' pictures, or your coins collection. The length of your articles can vary widely, but we recommend you avoid writing anything more than one page long. Despite how clever you are, articles longer than a page make people's eyes glass over, and can people are looking for gold in their overstuffed RSS readers or email inboxes. So what should you write about? Anything that pertains to your industry and that will be of interest to your readers. How to articles and analysis of current industry trend or challenge, announcements of upcoming events, feedback on articles you read in print publication, etc. So in addition to informative articles, you can include lots of their information that makes things up nicely for your readers, because give your readers a list of links to 5 or 10 other relevant articles you have recently read or videos you have watched. So build on another blogger's work by adding to the discussion with your own insight or disagree with another blogger. This is a great way to get attention from top bloggers in your industry. So diversify your blog post by adding video, either embed links to existing YouTube videos or break out the video camera and record yourself talking about a hot industry topic, but keep it short, no more than 2 or 3 minutes maximum. So create cartoons or caricatures of things happening in your industry. For inspiration, take a look at the funny cartoons in the Sunday New York Times that parody politicians, and then find an artist who can create something similar for your industry. So buy a copy of the New Yorker magazine and take a look at the cartoons and try to find someone to create similarly humorous ones about your own industry. In order to come with a consistently good ideas for your blog, you will have to figure out the way in which you work best, because for example, Brian tends to get his best ideas on Saturday morning after a good night's sleep. But Dharmesh finds good ideas all the time. In order to keep track of your ideas, either carry a notebook and a pen with you or use your mobile device to store ideas. Brian, for example, uses a section in the Notes applications on his BlackBerry to note blog ideas. So the best way to find ideas, however, is to learn from other bloggers by reading their blogs. In addition to your own blog content, you will want to invite others to write on your blog, including local professors interested in your industry, thoughtful customers, analysts in your industry, and other bloggers of your industry. So guest blog articles make sense for a few reasons. They expose your company to thought leaders in your industry who will be flattered by your innovation and invitations, so providing you a chance to engage them a deeper way than if you just cold call them. So guest articles lessen your content creation load, as well as, and they expose your audience to more ideas that hopefully reinforce your remarkable value proposition. The upside for guest bloggers is that they get exposed to a new audience and get a link from your blog back to theirs. So help Google help you, because we discuss search engine optimization SEO, but it's worth touching on it now in the context of how you write your blog. With regard to SEO, the most important part of your article is the title. Each individual article is its own page that is cites Google's index to be retrieved for an eager searcher. So when Google matches what is being researched with all the pages in its index, one of the most important things is try to do is match the article title with the price being searched. If you want to your article to rank number one for them, so left-handed monkey wrench in Google, then your article title ought to contain that price. Having a keyword price in the article title is not a guarantee that your article rank well for that price, so but it's very helpful. So within the text of your article, look for important keyword phrases that describe your industry and turn them into hyperlinks. Techies call the words you can click on anchor text. For example, if in the text of your article you have the price, the words best security software, then you ought to make that price a link that points to your home page or to another good article on your blog on the topic. So the words Google and other search engines say, and those hyperlinks help them understand the relevance of the page you are ranking to. And if you are already a blogger, we recommend you start a project where you go back to all of your old blog articles and rework the titles to include relevant industry keywords, as well as opportunities to create links from old articles to your websites or other articles. Next one is we need to discuss about the starting conversation with the comments. You should encourage readers to leave comments, especially if they disagree with you, as well as when readers come to your blog article and see a lot of comments. They assume that content is good and are more likely to read the article and enter the conversation through the comment section of the article. If you don't ask your readers to comment, they are less likely to do so. The call to action at the bottom of every blog post should state something like, "Please let me know your thought in the comment section below." Next one is subscribe to relevant industry blogs. Go to Google's blog search engine and type in the phrase or acronym that best describes your industry. So start clicking on the ones that sound interesting and subscribe to them with your RSS reader. And next one is tracking your progress. You can track several metrics to determine the success of your blog, because first measure the number of subscribers over time and your blog as well as your email. Next, to track the number of visitors to your blog, your company name, and your blog.yourcompanyname.com. Over time, the number of qualified leads over time that came out from your blog, and the number of new customers you signed up that were originally found via your blog. So you should take the visitors, leads customers via the blog metric and compare that to other new channels such as Google and social media sites, as well as old channels such as advertising, trade shows, cold calls, and others. After 6 to 12 months of the following these steps, your blog will end up being one of the best sources of customers you have. You should also track each individual article along the following dimensions: a date, author, visitors, comments, and links. When you have this information together, you can do some interesting analysis. For example, you can sort the articles by each success metric to determine which article titles are getting the most interest, which authors are doing the best work, and so forth. You can use this information to consistently improve your blog content over time. And how to getting the found in Google, because how many times did you see Google to look for something today? Chances are several times, because using Google Trends, total search activity for the same period for all search engines was over billions of searches. It's likely that amongst all those billions of searches, many were related to your product or service. Simply put, if your site is not being found in Google, you are missing a major opportunity to generate leads for your business. In fact, you are probably sending these leads to your competitors. So, other than the sheer volume of potential visitors you can draw through Google, as well as there are another important consideration for ensuring your site ranks well. So, people searching on Google are actually looking for something. This may sound a bit obvious, but to contrast this is to getting traffic from blogs, and blog leaders are often focused on learning something or being entertained. They don't have a specific goal, because Google searchers, on the other hand, are looking for something. Sometimes they are searching for a product or service, sometimes they are searching for information, but they do have a specific goal. If what they are searching for is related to your business, you want to be found. Next one is picking the perfect keywords. The first step in search optimization is deciding which keywords to optimize your website for. Keywords are what users type into the search box for their search query. Three primary criteria go into selecting the right keywords to optimize your website. Number one is relevance, number two volume, and the third one is difficulty. So next one is estimated search volume. Or even if you get the number one spot in the Google search results for a keyword, it doesn't guarantee you are going to get lots of visitors to your website. The amount of traffic that you will drive to your website is dependent on how many people search on the specific keyword. And to pick great keywords, you need to have a sense for the approximate number of times users search for that word in Google. So check the resources section at the end of the Google process for information on tools and you can use to help with determining search volume for your keywords. And next one is using PPC for better data. If you have even a modest budget, you should consider launching a small PPC. It's a pay-per-click, so advertising campaign to determine what your best keywords might be. On-page SEO, doing the easy stuff first. Once you have picked your keywords, the next step is to start using these keywords on your website. So on-page factors that influence ranking that are those contained within the page that you are trying to rank. So major tips from the trends for page titles, because here are 5 steps and 5 tips on writing great page titles. Number 1 is put your most important keywords in your page title, because too many websites fail to use the power of the page title in helping with their SEO. This is such an easy win. Make sure your page titles contain your most important keywords. Second one is earlier words in the page title carry more weight than later words, so put your most important words first. For example, instead of user-friendly inventory management software, try inventory management software that's user-friendly. The term inventory management is probably more important from a search engine and French ranking perspective than user-friendly process. Third one is don't forget the humans. The goal is not just to rank for your important keywords, but to actually have visitors click through to your website. If your page title sounds like a nonsense, people are unlikely to click on it. So make sure your page title tag is something that users will want when they see it in the search results. When picking the page title tag for your home page, consider putting your company name at the end of the title. This allows your most important keywords to have more weight, as well as fifth one is you need to concentrate about the off-page SEO. The power of inbound links, although the on-page SEO factors we discussed earlier are important or relatively easy to do, because to make any significant improvements in ranking for your keywords, you are going to need to address off-page factors as well, because off-page factors are those that are not on the pages you control but on other pages, because the most important off-page factor is inbound links, and an inbound link is a link and another web page that points to your page. As discussed earlier, Google places a great deal of emphasis on the authority of a web page is determining search rankings, and authority is calculated based on the number of inbound links to your web page and the authority of those pages linking to you. And get found in social media. Social media is all the right, because we will bet that not a week or perhaps even a day goes by when you are not having a colleague connect with you on LinkedIn, receiving a friend request on Facebook, or hearing about Twitter on TV. What is social media? The all-known Wikipedia defines social media as internet-based tools for sharing and discussing information among human beings. That's not a bad definition. Anyhow, we would simplify it and say that social media is about people connecting, interacting, and sharing online. You can find a variety of social media sites on the web today, because these include social networking such as Facebook and LinkedIn, social news sites like Dig and Reddit, and social bookmarking and discovery sites Delicious and StumbleUpon. So each has its different uses, but most share the ability to create a user profile, connect to others on the site, and interact and share information with the network's community of people. So creating an effective online. So profile in the rest of this chapter, we look at specific social media websites and how you can leverage them. But before we do that, let's look at the one aspect that's common to most of these sites, the user profile. A profile often consists of your username, avatar image, biography, and summary and web links. So as you start building a social media presence, it's helpful to spend a little bit of time thinking about how you approach building your personal brand in social media. This is the concept of how to get found in blog and Google and social media. Thank you for the session, and we will meet the next session onwards. Thank you once again, and thank you all.